Yes, I'm Erik from the music project Melpo Mene, and I'm here at Culture Collide with the AU Review.
Thank you very much for your time.
No problem, it's fun.
You just came off the stage performing solo.
Yes.
Got to hear a couple of songs. Noticed a little, I think, Madonna cover in there as well.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a varied mix in there.
Yeah, the Madonna cover is, for me, an attempt to approach a territory that people usually have a box for you, like, okay, that's a gay statement or that's a bi statement, and I'd like to approach those things without being put in those boxes. So I'm trying for a free approach.
It's just a song.
It's just a song,
yeah.
And it's not a statement. It's just a good pop song. You know, people have this they're so eager to put you in boxes, so I like to play with that. It's not good for sales, but it's fun.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And you often play with your full band. You've got them performing tomorrow. I imagine that's a much bigger sound, bigger set.
Oh yeah, like I'm an arranger. You know, I love the studio because you can build stuff, you can have tons of sound sources. When someone books you for 4 o'clock in a room with a bunch of boring suites, like to play solo, that's like the worst thing. That's like being down in the subway station. So, I don't want to complain, but that's like, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. This is more like, hey everybody, networking, bye. I'm going to go home and play GTA 5 as soon as possible.
Fair enough. Well, talking about, being in LA, you're over here writing some music. What are you up to? You've been here for a couple of months, you were saying?
I've been anti-social for a long time. The music industry is very shallow and you need to stay away sometime, and life is just full of perspective, and now it's time for me to be social again. So this is my first warm-up thing in a year, writing some new trendy music and try to be a little bit more confident, and Los Angeles is a great place for that. I mean, if you're broke and want healthcare, it's not great, but if you're a super rich musician like me, it's super.
And how's it I mean, have you been writing music? Is the music shaping up quite nicely?
It is. It's very early, but it's going to be great because it has this thing of, it's still as private and genuine and has all these layers as boring indie singing-songwriting music, but it has the costume of like M83, 84, 85, so it's speaking to those hipsters out there, and it's great. I'm gonna be proud.
Fantastic. And does that progress pretty naturally from your last record?
Definitely. Yeah, it is. For me, it all makes sense, but like, I don't know, being a musician, you live in this very small world. Like, for me, those 12 songs are my whole life. But for people on the street, you're just maybe, if you're lucky, 1 out of 10 billion songs in their iPhone. But yes, for me, it went from like extremely shy to a little bit more social, leaving the acoustic, going into the electronic world. I don't know. I forgot the question now, but I'm excited about the new stuff. I love that because I have a lot of friends that make music, and they have the trouble of like, so now what do we do? What's in right now? And I don't worry about that.
Yeah.
It's the challenge to. It's just like, I don't find my words, but you get my point. You know.
Definitely.
Be yourself, and if it's in to have like a tie, okay, wear a tie. It's just clothes, but the substance, it's got to be you.
Like Madonna. Are you going to be seeing any other shows at Culture Collide, or are you going to be enjoying GTA?
I'm going to play GTA. This thing, we were filling a slot for another artist that didn't get her visa. So it just came out of the blue. I'm not really ready, but we played yesterday, played today, and played tomorrow, and that will be good enough for some time to just say hello, we're working on things. People are curious. Like, it's almost 2014. It was so long ago I met someone that is interested in music still, So it seems naive, like, oh, they want to hear more. It's nice.
And have you had any, we're from Australia, of course, have you had any interest from the Australian market for your music?
Not that I know of, but with internet, you get, emails from all over the world. like, oh, your album meant something for me when I broke up with my boyfriend. And that could have been in Australia. I don't think it has been yet, but there's been in Asia and India and Africa even, but just once a month or something. That's sweet.
On the last album cycle, did you travel around the world quite a bit?
No, not at all. It was like I used to be on a label, and that's great because you have someone pushing for you. But if you don't get along, it's not good. It's like being in an unhealthy relationship. So then you're like, okay, I'm going to do everything myself. And doing everything yourself is more or less making great music and then give the CD to your parents because you don't have the economy to push for anything. So it was just, it didn't reach out in the noise out there. So I didn't try. I stayed here and I played some prestigious things. So, you know, I don't feel like it didn't get very far, but that's okay. I mean, it's okay.
Next time,
right.
I mean, is that something that you want, or are you happy with
Good question. Like, let me think. I'd like to be more social, because I haven't been. But no, it's not that important. You know, it's just people have opinions. If they say they don't like you, you know, it doesn't matter. If they say they like you, it doesn't matter either. You know, usually it's because you're cool or something. I don't know. I mean, I just can't stop making the kind of music that I make. So I do it, and like 70% of it eventually finds a way out somehow. Like a little bit of iTunes, a little bit of YouTube, and then there's this little connection and response, but it's not like this big machinery.
So what's the rest of the year holding for you?
One more time?
What's the rest of the year holding for you?
Making some very good music, like very good, and practicing on being more social, less awkward. I'm kind of like Larry David, so situations like this, usually I say the wrong thing and they never call back, but make good music, try to be more social, try to be positive about life, and I'm building my home studio, so I'll be more independent in making my stuff, and that's all. It's not more exciting than that.